Hello to you and welcome to the second annual 100 South African Shining Stars Awards. Welcome to it. Today, we take a moment to celebrate 100 young people who are making a positive impact in South Africa through excellence in their fields. From the largest cities to the smallest villages, the influence of these unsung heroes is felt across the country. The young people you are about to see were part of a pool of over 800 youths who were nominated by friends, family members, and colleagues who all believed that they deserved this accolade. As we close off Madiba Month, we honor these young people who espouse the values of the late former president. While the COVID-19 pandemic has dampened spirits and dented our economy, the positive stories of these young people will hopefully boost morale as well as inspire. Before we begin, let's take a moment to acknowledge the people who made this possible. The National Youth Development Agency, the Department of Environment, Forestry and Fisheries, the KwaZulu-Natal Premier's Office, the Matthew Goniwe School of Leadership and Governance, and lastly, Buzzmark. Let's hear from the chairperson of Inside Education and later a word from our sponsors.
So the young ambassadors that we have selected, we're really hoping that they will serve as inspiration to their communities, the country as a whole, and contribute those fresh ideas in terms of the debate around the economic reform that President Ramaphosa has spoken about. So post-COVID-19, we're really going to need energetic young people such as the 100 South African Shining Stars to come up with those ideas that will take country forward.
Our first category honors those who have contributed to nation building through education and academia. With the recent closure of schools that is due to the COVID-19 pandemic, many of these shining stars have gone above and beyond to ensure that no learner is left behind. We really appreciate them. Some of the work done by the shining stars in this category include teaching, tutoring, financial literacy, and the provision of library services. The recipients of the 2020 Shining Stars accolade in the education category are Bongani Brighton Mkondo, Cindy Mkaza Siboto, Dr. Simon Tetwa, Grant Edmund, Gugungwenya, Lindsay Weisner, Lutendo Mashau, Lutando Nomzaza, Mlamuli Mbambo, Ntlantla Nkabinde, Nikki Lehoka, Ntokozo Nzimba, Kondile Mchabi Ngoli, and Tommy Herta.
My name is Simon Tetwa. I'm a maths lecturer at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. But I think I was nominated mainly on the basis of the Tetramatrix movement that I run, which is a movement, a group of people who have joined me in challenging the social norm that mathematics is difficult and it is designed for some people.
South Africa, with its young population, finds itself burdened with a high youth unemployment rate and a looming sense of hopelessness as a result. The shining stars in the category of civil society and youth are young people who have taken it upon themselves to uplift others who find themselves at the receiving end of society's injustices. Now, these are young people like Mpumeleli Mahlobe from the Eastern Cape, who assist others to access funding for higher education, and she even guides those seeking to pursue careers in entrepreneurship. The 2020 Shining Stars in the category of civil society and youth are Alessandra George, Lebogang David Mulapo, Lisego Tau, Mulefi Sombane, Mpho Ope, Nkosikhona Mpungose, Nkosinathi Ndlovu, Phumelele Mahlombe, Seipati Titipana, and Tebogo Mahlaba.
My name is Lesego Tau. I'm a human development practitioner by profession and a published author. I'm the founder and the team leader of the Lesego Tau Education Foundation, and I also project direct an organization called Township Narratives. It deals with creative writing. We coach and mentor young people to become published authors. We deal with social education, where we train and develop young people to be in sync with all the stakeholders in the community.
There can be no greater gift than that of giving one's time and energy to helping others without expecting anything. Well, these are the words of the late former President Nelson Mandela and a shared value of the Shining Stars nominated in the Philanthropy category. Randy Mampuru from Dobsonville in Soweto is one such person. She realized that too many young children in her community were left playing in the streets until late in the evening while they waited for their parents to return from work. Well, Randy started the Kids Hub service to keep children occupied with educational material.
My name is Randy Mampuru, and I am the founder of Kids Hub, an organization based in Dobsonville, Soweto. We pay attention to the personal and the academic development of primary school kids. I am led by my personal vision that I have, which is to see the work that I do, the purpose that I serve, and the contributions that I make within my community, having a lasting impact on humanity. I think that's one thing that pushes me every day to carry on doing what I do.
The 2020 South African Shining Stars in the Philanthropy category are Khutso Mohale, Kwenonia Baloyi, Kwanele Kunene, Litlhogonolo Pierre. As South Africans heed government's call to stay at home during the coronavirus pandemic, the media and arts industries have been sources of much needed information and entertainment during this uncertain time. We celebrate those who have used arts as more than just a form of recreation, but also as a form of learning. The Shining Stars in the category of arts, culture, media, and entertainment are Bridget Nobe, Buntu Duku, Christian Stain, Confidence Sileme, Dengal Pearl Ramufi, Musa Gift Masumbuka, Nobantu Mudise, Nontobe Komkachwa, Sonwabile Kinkrile, Tabiso Mufukeng, Twin Musia, and Olani Gift Nkosi. Take care of the earth, and the earth will take care of you. This is a belief that is held by the 7 young people being honored in the environment category. These include Abueng Leapile, a young female farmer from the Northwest who is ensuring food security.
My name is Abueng Leapile, founder and CEO of Bokamoso Abu Farms. I'm a farmer. I'm presently focusing on planting crops, vegetables. I think I was nominated because of my hard work and the change I brought to my community.
My name is Natania Bueta. I'm 32 years old and I'm a passionate environmental and social change activist. I currently serve as the Head of Membership and 1 Million Youth Program Manager for the Wildlife and Environment Society of South Africa. My work really takes me to communities across South Africa to implement grassroots level environmental projects, as well as to connect and engage with young people to become active change makers.
The Department of Environmental Affairs, Forestry and Fisheries message to the 2020 100 South African Shining Stars is to encourage young people to take a keen interest in the environment. The current constitution encourages us to protect and conserve the environment for current generations and for future generations. And therefore, those of us who are at the helm of management and administration of the environment are doing it today, but with a full understanding and realization that we will have to hand over and pass on the baton to the next generation. And therefore, it's important for the young people to consistently continue to take a keen interest in the conservation, but also in ensuring that our green agenda as a country remains relevant, but also responds to the National Development Plan, which argues for a greener economy and a low carbon growth.
In Mpumalanga, Siyabonga Shabalala is creating a culture of recycling in communities to reduce contamination in rivers and to ensure the sustainable use of land. The 2020 Shining Stars in the Environment category are Abuweng Leapile, Akona Kotieni, Asipe Makumalo Kosa, Margot Adonis, Natania Botha, Siyabonga Shabalala, and Tapelo Piri.
My name is Tapelo Piri Jr. I'm an agripreneur and a social innovator. I've been helping farmers with ways and practices on how to do farming more sustainably using my organic fertilizer.
Now, more than ever, we salute the healthcare workers who find themselves at the forefront of the fight against COVID-19. We thank you for the selfless service during a stressful time. As healthcare workers, you have been sources of inspiration for young people such as Paseka Sikukune, our youngest shining star, who has ensured that the provision of sanitizers and other resources for people in remote Limpopo villages. The shining stars in the health category are Ashraf Boli, Banele Mhlongo, Nozibusiso Nyawose, Paseka Sikukune, Siposethu Xanko, Thokozani Sithole, and Tutukile Mbatha.
My name is Ashraf Buli. I'm from Cape Town, and I'm the president of Impulse Group Cape Town, which is an affinity group of the Global AIDS Healthcare Foundation. And through my work with Impulse, I promote and advocate for healthier lifestyle choices within the LGBTQ community, with a specific focus on sexual health, mental health, as well as physical health.
A democratic South Africa would not have been possible without those like Nelson Mandela, who engaged in the long fight for justice. As young people, it is up to us to continue the advancement of justice and law in our nation. This is a challenge that has been taken up by Advocate Mandi Sambata, who ensures the provision of legal services for those who are otherwise sidelined by the justice system, including members of the LGBTI+ community. The 2020 Shining Stars in the Justice and Law category are Advocate Mandi Sambata, Anele Kasana, Buhle Boy, Jamila Omar, Jessica Dewhurst, Siabulela Gentile, and Tabang Powe.
Mandi Sambata. I am the founder of Biggie Mediation, which is a company that specializes in conflict management, legal services, and training. I am an advocate. I am a negotiator, a mediator, an arbitrator. I'm also an activist and an entrepreneur, right? So really my core focus is centralizing access to the legal system through knowledge sharing and capacitating. I also indirectly incubate small businesses to really teach them how to use conflict management and the law as a tool to grow and promote their businesses.
The term Fourth Industrial Revolution is not just a buzzword, but a reality that is already upon us. In this category, we honor youths who have used technology for the advancement of society. Take 23-year-old Unalina Marumulowa, for example. He has used technology to launch an online TV app that delivers current affairs to rural communities in the Northwest. The shining stars in the science and technology category are Dr. Zikona Twavingeva, Johan Wiggins, Lukhanyo Nani, Maki Yankees, Unalina Marumulowa.
My name is Johan, and what we do in our capacity as Student Hero is about 2 years ago, when the demand for funding of higher education became much more evident, we took it upon ourselves to develop a platform to which students can reach out and inquire about the different options to fund education. And we will facilitate by means of, you can almost call it hand-holding, help them, steer them in the right direction, make sure that when they are in need of funding, they look for it in the right place.
What do you do when your local gym closes due to COVID-19 and you can't exercise with your gym buddies? Well, you create an online gym service and make it available to others, of course. That is what Gauteng native Emmanuel Bope did through his quarantine fitness app that has now turned into a fitness business. Let's see our 2020 shining stars in the sports and recreation category. Emmanuel Bope, Kesa Mulutsane, Kiki Rachwene, Mzwake Kulu, Pretty Marota, Sibusiso Ngomane, Shonisani Masuta, and Spiso Shange.
My name is Emmanuel K.S. Pope. So quarantine fitness actually started on the 30th of March. That was 4 days into lockdown. I knew that I wanted to keep fit and train, but at the same time I wanted to help my aunts and uncles that are at home and sitting and not being able to access the gym. But it was just crazy what a snowball effect it had when so many people were just partaking in the sessions that we're taking. And basically that led us to branching out and having a nutrition team.
The role of entrepreneurship has been highlighted as vital towards improving South Africa's economic outlook. But young people in particular have been encouraged to pursue this path. Those who have the support of young people like Godfrey Tae from the Northwest, who provides entrepreneurship training and business support for aspiring entrepreneurs, are more likely to succeed. Here are the 2020 shining stars in the business and entrepreneurship category. Alessimo Mwanga, Godfrey Tae, Jubilation Magagule, Khoto Maja, Kubani Tebucho Manakana, Maxwell Sabelo Tusi, Mtunzi Kani, Nomuntu Ndlovu, Warabile Mugoma. Good governance is vital for the development of a society. In our final category, we honor young people who are doing their part to ensure sound leadership for future generations. The shining stars in the politics and governance category are Kabelo Mahlubungwane, Mpobunche, Palisa Mufukeng, Preven Vedan, Sakile Mgati, and Smiley Mababe.
My name is Wasim Karam. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at the National Youth Development Agency. At the NYDA, we're passionate about developing young entrepreneurs, about finding pathways to jobs for young people, and about the National Youth Service Program. We're really excited to be part of the 100 Shining Stars this year, like we were last year, because we think it's such an amazing platform to tell the stories of ordinary young South Africans doing extraordinary things in their lives and in their communities. We take this opportunity to wish all the nominees all of the best in the 100 Shining Stars, and we hope that the 100 will take this platform and use it as a development to further their careers, to further their work, and to continue contributing to the good of South Africa. The 100 Shining Stars is an amazing platform because it allows the voices of young people to be amplified. We know that young people in their communities are out there making a difference. They're doing amazing things. They're helping the elderly. They're supporting the vulnerable. They're creating new economic opportunities. Even in the workplace, young people are rising higher and higher. Today, we have one of the most educated groups of young people than we've ever had in our history. And the 100 Shining Stars is a platform to showcase these stories, to tell these stories of South Africa's potential to the rest of the world. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the 100 Shining Stars and Inside Education for giving us, as the NYDA, the opportunity to partner with them. I'd like to thank all of the young people who participated in the process, and to know that even if you were unsuccessful this year, the fact that you're willing to put yourself out there on this platform will show that in future, many doors will continue to open for you. I wish everybody the best, and I hope everybody stays safe and stays well during these challenging times. Thank you very much.
Inside Education is Africa's first digital platform devoted to education and all education-related matters throughout the continent. The digital publication covers news from early childhood development level to lifelong learning and is distributed to more than 50% of South Africa's schools. This platform is supported by a team of journalists with decades of experience in the education media space, with coverage ranging from private and public schooling to academia and civil society. Throughout its youth development and social outreach work, Inside Education aims to positively impact the lives of young people on Africa's continent and expose them to a world of opportunity at their fingertips. To access the publication's free weekly newsletter, visit www.insideeducation.co.za and subscribe for regular updates on the latest education news.
We know that Nelson Mandela stood as a beacon of hope during the dark days of apartheid. So we've got no doubt that 100 young people that we have selected today will continue the good work, come up with innovative ideas that will see our economy grow, our economy producing the kind of sustainable jobs the country needs.
We hope that by celebrating these young people, you too have been inspired to serve your community. To read more about the 100 Shining Stars and their stories, visit www.insideeducation.co.za. I'm Busisiwe Gumede. Goodbye.